If you are paying $500 a month for your car, I am about to show you the number your dealer will never tell you. It is not 500. It is not even close. And by the end of this, you will see the true cost of that car payment, the full number with the math laid out step by step. No affiliate links, no guru nonsense, just the actual calculation so you can decide for yourself. Let us set up a realistic example, the kind millions of people sign up for without blinking. You buy a car and finance it with a $500 monthly payment. The loan is 72 months long, which is 6 years, because longer loans are how dealers make the monthly number feel affordable. And the interest rate, the APR, is 8%. 500 a month, 72 months, 8% sounds manageable. Let us follow the real money. Start with the most basic question. How much do you actually hand over in total? $500 a month times 72 months is $36,000. So right away, the car that felt like a $500 commitment is really a $36,000 commitment. But that is just the total of your payments. We have not even separated out the interest. Let us pull the interest out. On a loan with a $500 payment over 72 months at 8%, you are financing roughly $40,000 of car. Over those 6 years, the interest alone comes to somewhere around $8,000 to $9,000. Let us call it about $8,500 in pure interest. Sit with that. You are paying roughly $8,500 on top of the price of the car just for the privilege of borrowing the money. That is money that buys you nothing. It does not go toward the car. It is the cost of the loan itself, and it is the first hidden layer your dealer is happy to leave fuzzy because they showed you the monthly payment, not this. But here is where most people stop thinking, and here is where the real cost is hiding, because interest is only the first of 3 layers. The second layer is depreciation, and it is brutal. Car is not a house. It does not hold its value. The moment you drive a new car off the lot, it begins losing value fast. On average, a new car loses about 20% of its value in the very first year. Let me make that concrete. If that car was worth $40,000 when you bought it, after 1 year, it might be worth only $32,000. You just lost $8,000 of value in 12 months. And it keeps going. By the end of 5 years, a typical new car has lost around 60% of its value. So that $40,000 car could be worth only about $16,000 after 5 years. Now combine the first 2 layers and watch what happens, because this is the trap closing. You took a long loan, so you are paying down the balance slowly, but the car is losing value quickly. For the first couple of years, you often owe more on the loan than the car is actually worth. This has a name. It is called being underwater or upside down on your loan. Think about what that means. If the car gets totaled in an accident or you need to sell it, you would still owe the bank money for a car you no longer even have. You would be making payments on nothing. That is not a rare disaster. 72-month loans, it is the normal situation for years. So far, our real cost is climbing. The car price plus $8,500 in interest, while the asset itself is bleeding value. We still have the third layer, and this is the one almost nobody ever shows you, the opportunity cost. Here is the idea that $500 a month is not just spent. It is $500 that could have been doing something else. Specifically, it could have been invested. What if, instead of a car payment, you invested that $500 a month instead at a 7% return? What would you have at the end of those same 6 years? $500 a month invested for 72 months at 7% grows to roughly $44,000. Let me say that again. That same money would become $44,000. Around $8,000 of that is growth you earned for free. So now let us total up the real cost. You spent $36,000 in payments, $8,500 was interest, the car lost value, and you gave up $44,000 in wealth. The real number, the all-in cost of choosing that payment over the alternative, climbs well past $50,000 when you count the wealth you walked away from. That is the number the dealer will never put on the table. Now, let me be fair and honest here, because this channel is not about fear. It is about real math. I am not saying never own a car. You need a car. A car is not purely a financial decision. It is a tool you actually use every day. The point is not that cars are evil. The point is that the monthly payment is the most misleading number in the entire transaction. And when you only look at it, you miss the interest, the depreciation, and the opportunity cost. So what do you actually do with this? A few honest rules that protect you. First, keep your loan short, ideally 3 years or less, not 72 months. You pay far less interest and you stay above water. And here is a simple gut check. If you cannot afford the car on a 3-year loan, that is the math quietly telling you that you cannot really afford that car. Listen to it. You can strongly consider buying slightly used instead of new. Let someone else absorb that brutal first year of depreciation. A car that is 2 or 3 years old has already taken the biggest value hit, but still has most of its useful life ahead. Third, and this is the mindset shift, always negotiate and think in terms of the total price and the total cost, never the monthly payment. The monthly payment is exactly where the math gets hidden. Train yourself to ask for the out-the-door price and the total interest, and watch how different the conversation feels. A car is one of the few large purchases that actively loses value while you pay interest on it. 3 forces all working against you at once, quietly hidden behind one friendly monthly number. Now you can see all 3. So the next time someone tells you a payment is just $500 a month, you will know to ask the real question. What is this actually costing me? That's the real math, no hype. Subscribe to No Hype Money for more.